have Jessica back with us.
Yay!
Yay! We're so happy to have you back, Jessica. She took a little break.
I'm glad to be back.
All right, and so we're here today. We want to tell you about something that's very exciting to us, and that's our Book Affair 2018. It's something you really don't want to miss. It's going to be September 22nd. It's on a Saturday. It's at the Hilton Garden Inn in Starkville, Mississippi, and it's from 9 to 5. You don't want to miss it because we're going to be doing something extra special this year. Of course, you're going to get to meet our authors. They'll have copies of their book. You can get signed autographed copies, so bring your cash, bring your debit card, bring your credit card, and bring your camera so you can snap pictures. We're also going to be talking to anyone that wants to publish with us. If you want to talk to someone about getting your book published, we're going to be there for you. But the most exciting thing is we're doing a giveaway. And Jessica, tell us about that because we're so excited about it.
Okay, well, the Liberations Publishing Company will be giving away 2 publishing packages, contracts.
Yes.
And the deadline to enter into this giveaway will be August the 31st.
Yes.
Now, in order to submit your novels or poetry or whatever it is that you may have, you will have to enter it online at www.liberations.publishing.com.
Yes.
The information will be below on the screen.
Yes.
And the interest fee is $25.
Yes.
But there are 2 categories. Ms. Nicole, do you want to say them the 2 categories?
Yes, we're giving away a package for adults and children. So you really want to do that. If you have a child that writes and doodles, we can get their book published, enter the contest. Yes, we have 2 categories that you can enter the contest with. We have the adults, which is ages 18 and up, and then the children, ages 5 to 17. And you go to our webpage. Our web address is listed below, liberationspublishing.com. There's a link for you to enter and register for the giveaway. And we're going to announce the winner at a book fair on September 22nd. You really don't want to miss it. And what you'll do is if you have a novel, then you'll submit 1 chapter of your book. If you do poetry, you're going to submit us 5 poems. And if it's a children's book, then you want to submit us the story. Okay? And it's really easy to register. It's a wonderful opportunity because with Liberations, we work with you to get you in bookstores. Of course, you'll be in bookstores online. That's a given. But we'll also try to get you some shelf space. We're going to work with you to make your book successful. And hey, it's only $25 to enter the contest. And I'm excited about reading those manuscripts.
I'm excited too. Last year was a success, but we're looking for even more better things this year.
Yes. We're looking for a book affair to just top, what we did last year.
And you have to let them know about the non-liberations vendors.
Yes. If you want vendor space, we have vendor space available at the book affair this year. It's $75 for a spot. And even if you're not a published author with Liberations, you can still bring your book and sell it there. It's going to be a crowd, so it's a great way to network. It's a great way to meet other authors and see how they're succeeding. It's just a great opportunity to be amongst your peers. It's always great to be amongst peers.
Right.
And it's only $75. And you can also go to the webpage to register for that also. So, a book affair 2018. You don't want to miss it. It's September 22nd at the Hilton Garden Inn in Starkville, Mississippi. 9 to 5. And you don't want to miss it. Yes. See you there. All right, welcome back, and this is my favorite part of the show where I get to interview one of my authors. And today I have with us Miss Brianna Tate.
Hello.
Brianna, I'm so glad you came on the show today.
I'm
You're so welcome. And Brianna has a wonderful book of poetry titled Only the Truth. It is a wonderful book of poetry. Tell us what made you want to write that book, Brianna?
My book is coming from real life situations, not only about my life, but it's just to speak to everybody in general.
Yeah. And it does. It really does speak to people. And, you know, the Bible tells us that we overcome by our testimony. And your testimony, it will help someone, you know, because people think that they're the only ones going through something. But then when they can read that someone else is going through a similar situation, it helps them to see that you can overcome this and that you didn't get singled out, that it's not just you, you know, that's being hurt in the world. We all have hurt, but we can use it to help people instead of being the victim. We can speak, and then that takes everything off of us. Yeah, I think so. And so, Brianna, what is your favorite one?
I actually have two.
Okay.
It would have to be Plus Size Beauty Queen and Thank You.
Yes, Plus Size Beauty Queen. Now that is a beautiful poem. And tell us the story behind that one, Brianna, because I liked that one too when I read it, Plus Size Beauty Queen. What's the story behind that poem?
Well, that poem was kind of like, growing up, I was always teased about my side, mainly because I was bigger than everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so as I got older, I learned to appreciate myself and appreciate how I look. Yes. And I figured not only can I look good being the plus size girl that I am, this poem would help some other plus size girl feel good about herself. I'm pretty and I'm beautiful and I'm feeling good as in who I am.
Exactly. I love it. I love that poem when I read it because that's right. You're beautiful at any size, any color, any hair length. You're beautiful because it comes from within. And when you understand that you're beautiful and you're unique, it really puts things in perspective. You know, when you stop comparing yourself to other people, and you can't really compare yourself to someone else because no one else looks like you. So it's like you're trying to compare. If you're trying to compare yourself to somebody, they're not you. So you never add up. But once you see that it comes from inside and you learn what makes you happy, life changes. It does. And I really like that poem. And now tell us about the second poem. What's the story behind the second poem?
Thank You is just touching base with anybody in life who I ever had a problem with, friends that, didn't treat me right and did me wrong, family members who left and came and went, did things, family members were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And just basically to anybody that said, thank you, you might have bit me, but you didn't break me.
Exactly. I like that one too. I like that poem too because that is so true. God says love your enemies. And that's one way to do it. When you look at it and you can say that what you did to me, it didn't break me, it made me better. It made me put some things into perspective, It made me love God more. It made me trust Him more because I had to understand that He's the only one that will never fail me. So I like that poem too. And it's a great story behind those poems. But when you read the book, you see that same pattern of her poems are coming from places in life and situations in life that she used to propel her to a different place, a whole different place. Instead of the victim, you become free from it, You talk about different mistreatments in your book. And one thing that I feel like when someone's hurt you, and when you talk about it and you share what happened, it keeps you from being the victim. I'm not the victim. You're the one that did wrong. I shouldn't be ashamed. I shouldn't be ashamed at all. You should be ashamed because I'm going to tell it, I'm going to tell it. You're not going to have me walking around feeling like I'm less than or I'm not what God made me to be. And so many young women are dealing with that, you know. They're dealing with, they don't know how to speak their voice. And your poems and your poetry was a way to give your life a voice. And that really changes things. Because how have you felt, like when you first held the book, how did you feel when you first got your book?
I was scared. Scared.
Why? What were you scared about?
Mainly because I don't know. I guess it's my truth, and sharing your truth with people can kind of be intimidating and get in a big fearful moment.
Yeah, because it's like you put yourself out there.
Yes, people normally see you as one way, so when you opening and expressing your truth, it changes. Sometimes it changes people's perspective of you. Yeah. But it's not a story to be sad about. It's more of a happy story to let you know that I found my ending.
Exactly.
And that this situation, every situation, and with that, it might have hurt me back then, but now I'm stronger. I can progress more. I know how to fight back. I know how to get down and pray and talk about it and laugh about it, smile about it. So when you do something to me, I don't have to be mad about it. I could be upset at that moment, but eventually I know how to move on and do better and go forward in life.
Exactly. That's wonderful. And then you're learning that at a young age, because you're just 18. 19. Oh yeah, you just turned 19. And she's understanding this at a young age. So you're going to bypass so many roadblocks, because you have people, women 30 and 40 years old, that don't get that yet. You know, they don't get that. Yes, it hurt at that moment. Like I was on Facebook, and I was reading, just scrolling down. You hear a lot of posts and people say things like, I don't care about who likes me. I don't care about this. And I'm like, well, I do care. You know, for a moment. You know, if somebody does me wrong at that moment, it bothers me. You know, because I'm like, I don't dwell on it. Because I have to understand that if I've done everything to make things right, I can't stay there. Have to move forward. But it does bother you at the time, but you live from it, you learn from it, and you move forward from it. You don't just stay there and let it become a weight. You know, and then even more than that, you don't let it make you angry and bitter, so that you don't accept any new into your life, you know. And I think people get stuck, and they don't, they're suspicious of new, anything new, anybody new, and they just like enter a shell almost and not experience anything. Yes, and it's just, and it's like you don't know, your next best friend could be right around the corner, but you hearken on the one that mistreated you, you know? And you can't do that. You have to just learn to say, okay, you know, I am angry about it. You know, I'll talk to the Lord and I'll say, you know, oh, that just burns me up, you know? And then after I vent it, then I say, okay, I'm moving forward from it because got too much to do.
Yeah, and a lot of times when we get hurt, we can't forgive. And so forgiveness plays a big part about that. And then I think I wrote about that too.
Yeah.
saying I forgive anybody who hurt me. Because sometimes you can't move on in life until you forgive others for hurting you. And then you can look forward to other people like, well, they hurt me, but I know what to expect now. I know what to look out for now. So.
Exactly. And they do. And usually people that come into your life that hurt you, there's a trait. You know, you start being able to recognize that they're probably not going to be there, you know, long, or, you know, they're not going to stick around. And you kind of know it, and you kind of know how to feel people out as you get older. And so I agree with that too. You just learn how to navigate life and not let life just knock you down. So Brianna, tell me, what advice would you give to any unpublished poets out there concerning their work? What would you encourage them to do?
My advice to any unpublished, network and connect.
Yes. It's very important to be around your peers so that you can know that what you're doing is a great thing, you know, that you've actually started on something that can be very successful. Because even with your poems, you can frame them and make them gifts. There's so much you can do with poetry, you know. You can, make collages with it, put them with pictures, and there's so much you can do with it. And when you're around your peers, it encourages you to continue writing. And also, let's see, tell us, what process did you take getting your book together? Yeah. So was it that you had started writing maybe at a younger age, and these were like over the course of time?
Every poem that I wrote was based off of every life event that I went through.
Oh,
so
wow.
They all tell a story from back then to right now.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting, because I didn't understand. I didn't realize that. So, like, if I'm reading a poem, this is actually a milestone or an event that happened in your life at that time, and you wrote it at that time. Oh, wow. That's really good to know. It's really good to know, especially when you're reading it, because then you see the progression, because you read about what you're going through, but then you do have those poems toward the end that start telling you about your victory, about how you realize that you are beautiful and that you didn't break me. It's okay. I forgive you. So that's really good for the reader to know too.
It's kind of like a story. It's like first I was down, then I started feeling a little better, but then I went back down, and then I started to build myself up more. So it's not a finished story. It will be a part 2. It's gonna be like a little series, and I'm gonna keep it going because this was just only the beginning, only the truth, the beginning to my truth. So now, when I get finished, I'm gonna tell you what I did, how I made it, and my life. My life now, how I'm smiling, how I'm winning, how I got more victory.
Yeah.
It just continues.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, part 2. That's going to be amazing too. I know it is. Because part 1 is a testimony. And part 2 is going to be your victory story, huh?
That's the continuous story.
Okay, well that's really good to know. That's really good to know, because you get that anticipation. Okay, when's book 2 coming out? And we can keep pressuring you for that one too. And also, do you feel like it was worth you pursuing becoming a published author? Do you think that all that time you invested was worth it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of the feedback that I got more positive than negative.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were telling me, thank you for speaking your story, because I didn't know that you've been through that. You keep a smile on your face.
Right.
So I never knew that you went through it, and I know that now that I know that you went through it, let me tell you my story too, and how I did this, so and you get to meet great people with it.
Yes, and that's what it's about. Oh my goodness, meeting other people, like you said, with that networking, and you're sharing your testimony, and they're sharing theirs, and everybody's breaking each other free, because you're free to talk about it. You can laugh about it, you can even cry about it, but it builds you, it strengthens you, because when you have a voice, that changes everything. When you have a voice for your situation. So it was well worth pursuing it. And what do you think about your experience with Liberations Publishing? Did you enjoy working with us?
It's the best experience.
It's the best experience.
The best publisher, the best publishing company.
Yes, because we really are set up with the publisher in mind. We want you to succeed. We want you to not just spend money on getting your book published and then not do anything with it. It's got to get to some people. We want you to get that book in as many people's hands as possible, because it's going to change people's lives. And eventually it's going to change our lives, because that money's going to start rolling in eventually. And so is there anything else you would like just the public to know about your book, and why they should go out and purchase that book? Go online to Amazon, go online to Barnes and Noble and purchase that book, what else would you like us to know about Only the Truth?
Only the Truth. Once you read it, you kind of get an understanding to situations in life. It may not have been that way for you, but for me, it was that way. So in the book, you can see my way, but then you can write a story and tell your story about, hey, well, I seen that she went through this, so now I'm going to tell you my story, how I went through this, and I'm going to tell you how I got over that story.
Yes.
That's what I want us to come from, and that's why I hope they go out and read.
That's enough reason to purchase the book. That is enough reason to purchase the book. I mean, when somebody can open up to you about things that they've gone through in life and then tell you that I made it through it, and you can see that you made it through it because you're sitting here today with the finished published book, with a smile on your face, and with the joy of the Lord. So it speaks for itself. It really does speak for itself. Yeah. So I'm excited about your book. It's doing pretty good. You've been getting sales online, and people are asking about it, so you got to get you some more copies. And we're working on her book signing, too. We're trying to get her some book signing set up. So you got a long way to go. It's just the beginning. All right, so this is Brianna Tate, and the name of her book is Only the Truth. And you got to go buy it. It's available online, Amazon, Barnes and Noble. And then look out for her book signings real soon. We'll be posting them on Facebook. And we want to thank you for tuning in to the show. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Say